All right, guys. Hello. Happy witching hour, whoever is here at the moment. I am up ultra late. I got to get up all of these witch bottles. I got a lot to do before I go to sleep. But I got a question that I want to answer. I can't really divulge any details of, as far as how I remove a hoodoo or AKA a Bible curse. But I will talk about it and assure you guys that absolutely yes, you can remove a Bible curse. I have removed hundreds of them from clients. I'm talking about hundreds, and then I've even removed close to 50 or 60 just from myself. So the answer is yes, you can absolutely remove those curses. The thing about hoodoo that scares most people is because it comes from the Bible. And everybody has this fear of the Bible and this fear of the God of the Bible, which I personally feel is a false God. Everybody can have their own opinion. This is my personal opinion. I'm not afraid to say it, which is what makes me who I am. Okay. Um, the answer is yes. You can absolutely remove them, and you can remove them very quickly as well. They can have you a little confused. They can have you a little perplexed. But once you know how to remove them, then it's removable very quickly, actually. Um, Hoodoo is a very touchy subject. Okay. And I'm not a hoodoo practitioner. I am an eclectic witch. So I don't claim to practice. I don't practice hoodoo. I've used the Bible in spells before and never really actually liked the results. Although there was this Psalms money spell that I did like about a year ago that I thought was pretty useful, but since I've made my pact with Lilith, there's no way that it would even be necessary for, um, me as a witch to use the Bible for work, for spiritual work. So I don't do it anymore. Okay. But I think that people have the right to do it if that's what they want to do. But yeah, you can absolutely reverse them. And so another thing that, um, I think that you should do is you should do something to prevent those types of curses because they can really, really, really mess you up. They really can. A lot of people, when they think about Bible curses, they only think of Psalms 109. They only think of that one. There are so many other verses in the Bible that can be used. And so a lot of us practitioners, we know about Psalms 109, a lot of us witches, but a lot of us don't consider that there is several in the Bible. And the tarot cards will actually tell you which ones that they are because you get numbers. You can pretty much decode it and figure it out. A lot of Bible curses have been placed on a lot of different people. Of different races, but it's very common in the Black community. Very, very common. Um, I've studied a little bit of the Bible, and this is the reason why I choose to be a pagan. Would I be considered what pagan neo Satanist? Is that what I'd be considered to be? Yeah. And so there's a lot of, and everybody knows that the Bible is a book of spells. they can be reversed, you know, and they can also be returned to the sender. Okay. A hoodoo practitioner is not necessarily protected from things being sent back to them. You know, in fact, if you have an issue like that, you can actually protect yourself from Bible magic or Bible curses. You can very easily protect yourself with a nice witch bottle. I tell a lot of people to protect themselves with doing a pact with Lilith, like seriously. Honestly. But you know, the scary part about it is that most of the time people that are putting these Bible curses on you are like your own family members. Like, you know, you ever have somebody recite a Bible verse to you and it's like fighting words? Like, I take that very seriously. That's a very rude conversation. Okay. Very, very rude. Yeah, no. But yeah, they can be reversed very easily. Very easily. Like I said, I've removed, I would say, close to 65 of them off of me. I don't exactly even know why they were even sent to me, but yeah, yeah. And so a lot of you guys that do your reversals, you've been doing reversals for years and you're trying to figure out, well, fuck, I don't feel like I reversed it. It's because there's certain steps that you have to take. Hmm. And, you know, I think that what's happening is that we are dealing with the devil because the devil is in the details. Okay. So, you know, they can be reversed. Absolutely. I think that people kind of, you know, and this is one of the reasons why I've never really been interested in hoodoo. It's not any shade to any hoodoo practitioner out there, you know. Honestly, you know, they practice a lot of hoodoo in the South, and I moved to the Bible Belt for a reason. You know, here us witches are, you know, we are communing with nature, and we are planting trees and feeding the trees, and feeding nature. And you got people out there that want to curse you and your entire family. And okay, so here's what I want to tell you. Mm. They're more easily reversible if it's not justified. Okay. So, that's why you got to teach your children how to be respectful of others. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go out there in life, you know what I'm saying? You can't just be out there just, like who the hell you think you are? You know what I'm saying? And just be respectful. Respect is something that is absolute if it is earned, but just to sit up here and just, but I think that like it has to be justified to the point where somebody had to like maybe possibly steal some money out your purse, or murder your family member, or rape your family member, or something, like not just some exchange of words. Oh my God, you disrespected me. I'm going to put this badass hoodoo curse on you. No, that's not justification. That's somebody that's just bored and playing around with it. I don't play around with the Bible like that. Okay. Is it, do I feel that there is a God of the Bible? Yes, I do. It's Moloch. I believe the God of the Bible is Moloch. Do I have an issue with Moloch? No, because I'm under the protection of Lilith. Okay. Do I feel that the God of the Bible is the God that, like, of all? No, I don't. Okay. And a lot of people are definitely freaking afraid of saying that. Jamila isn't. Jamila isn't. I'm not afraid to say that. No, I believe that and I don't want to say it's a false god, but I want to say that the whole indoctrinated belief is false, as far as like, oh, if you don't do this, you're going to go to hell, or this and that, you're going to go to hell. It's all fear based and stuff. And yeah, it can absolutely be reversed off of you. In fact, I think that's probably one of the reasons why people get into hoodoo, is because they feel that they have the advantage of the Bible, but it gives you really no advantage. It really doesn't. Um, you know, People have been practicing witchcraft for since the beginning of time, before the Bible was even invented, before it was written. So it's not, you know, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's certain things that you have to do in hoodoo, like, now, pardon me, is a hoodoo practitioner supposed to be working with dark goddesses? I don't think so. So that's kind of confusing. I've never seen somebody that worked in hoodoo to do that, but yeah, that are, you could, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a hoodoo practitioner. It can just be a practitioner. It can be a Christian witch. It can be I would never, ever, ever advise for my students to go in that Bible and pick a verse and curse somebody with it. I would not, especially if you're a witch. No. Now, if you did it while you were under confusion, like if you were confused and you were dealing with spirit that caused confusion, then you'll be okay. But if you're very clear on things, and that's why the debate has been there for quite some time. A hoodoo practitioner is not considered to be a witch at all, because witches are condemned in the Bible. They use a lot of Bible. Now, does that mean that every hoodoo practitioner uses a Bible? No, it doesn't. But there's going to be certain signs that you're going to get if it is a actual hoodoo curse, and they can be pretty bad. But I think that anxiety anxiety is like the number one sign that it could possibly be a Bible curse or a hoodoo curse. See, listen, we're witches, okay? A lot of y'all that watch my channel are witches. Some of y'all are not witches, but and some of y'all don't like witches, but a lot of people that watch my channel are witches. Yeah, you can absolutely be protected, even if you still, there's some witches that they commune with Jesus Christ every Sunday. I personally don't. On Sunday, I commune with Lucifer. It just, because, and it's not that I don't like Jesus or have a problem with Jesus Christ. It's, there was a very disturbing part of the Bible that I have read where Jesus pretty much cursed all of mankind. And I don't exactly know why, because there's always a story behind it, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? So for me, from what I feel comfortable, and it's mainly because it wasn't shoved down my throat my entire life, like do this or do that, or fire and brimstone, and or no, I was raised to have open beliefs and to be open minded. So that's just one of the things. um but yeah, it I don't have the verse with me. But y'all know that Jesus was homeless, right? Jesus Christ himself was homeless, was born into poverty, and he gave up all of his riches in heaven to come down here on earth, is the story that's in the Bible. And so Jesus did not live in this big beautiful home. Jesus Christ actually lived with, he slept on the couches of a lot of his disciples and stuff. So, I mean, to me, Jesus Christ was a prophet, and so I guess I kind of feel the same way that Jewish people feel about Jesus Christ, but I don't agree with what Jewish people say about Lilith or whatever, which it could just be an old thing. Maybe not every Jewish person feels this way about Lilith. As far as like, some of the things, that they, some of the old proverbs, as far as with, Judaism and everything. But yeah, you can absolutely reverse Bible curses. And you can reverse them very quickly. Okay. Okay. Just to let you guys know, because somebody had asked me that, and I was like, wow. I said, is that supposed to be word on the street, like word on the in the spiritual streets, that you can't reverse a Bible curse? That's so funny to me. And it could be because I genuinely work with Lilith, and I've seen her power and the things that she has done just for me. Okay. Uh to me, Lilith is God, to me. And that is because of the closeness and the respect that I have for her. Okay. So there is a certain way that you do have to reverse these, yeah. But yeah, they can be reversed and they can be returned to sender as well. And so I think that that's mainly why a lot of the spiritual community is in an uproar, because people want to curse other people because of their petty differences, and they are not justified. And I am a witch, and then I also know some witches that people would not freaking mess with. Don't even mess with it. I don't think that anybody should be cursing anybody, but I also think that sometimes when you are dealing with a traditional witch, even though, like I said, I use chicken feet in my practice, I use some of the stuff that I do resembles hoodoo, but it doesn't belong to hoodoo. Like, hoodoo doesn't own those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they have a patent on certain things that they see us doing. These things are just sort of witchy. Those things are just witchy things, witchy teams. They're not just, they don't just belong to hoodoo. Okay. um and but that doesn't mean I am definitely absolutely not a hoodoo practitioner. It's not that I think it's anything wrong with being a hoodoo practitioner. I find them very interesting, but I just, for me myself, I'm not a hoodoo practitioner. Okay, but I do know how to reverse hoodoo. Okay. hmm So does that pretty much answer you guys' question? I think what helps is sort of changing your idea of God. I've never felt like Jesus Christ was God. I felt like Jesus has saved me a lot of times. Um, in the past, mainly from spiritual attacks. Okay. But there's a thing in witchcraft called intention. and your intention is your will. And you just have to make sure that you make that intention strong enough. Okay. I was looking at a video. I was looking at a video on TikTok, and the lady said, what is one thing that you haven't found in the Bible? And the lady said, white people. That's so funny to me. uh you know and it's just it's very that statement was just very funny. um and I'm not trying to insult anybody by saying that, but I say that to say, so first of all, I really primarily feel as though it's just not my religion. If back in the day they were burning witches that didn't convert, depending on what the situation was, I would burn. I'd say, well, just go ahead and burn me. That's what I would say. And a lot of other witches burned because they said, well, no, I'm not going to convert to this. My family has been thriving and surviving off of this, off of what we do for generations. Why would I change it? And a lot of those people were murdered. A lot of those people were murdered because of it. It's so sad. So very, very sad. Um, so, but yeah, hoodoo curses and Bible curses are not the biggest badass, just big badass, big, big, no, they're not. Okay. I've, like I said, I've removed it off of myself probably close to like I'm to almost 100 times or more or more, successfully each time, you know, and it's just one of those things. I mean, you can't feel guilty because of it. I think that that comes with the indoctrination of you thinking, oh, I have to be subservient to this Bible. That's not even a Satanist thing. That's kind of just like a human thing. Even people that don't consider themselves to be Satanists or Luciferian or pagan, they feel that way, and they have every right to feel that way. Okay. So it is what it is. I've seen people with it just deeply ingrained in them, and it is so debilitating. It's very debilitating from what I can see. But um, but yeah, to answer your question, it can definitely and absolutely be reversed. And I'm talking about within hours. Like, it's not even something that takes forever necessarily. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. It's late. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's the witching hour. And they say it's the devil's hour. And what? I don't consider it to be the devil's hour. It's just the witching hour. The witching hour is not necessarily the devil's hour. So I don't take my craft to a dark place like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think of being a witch is bad. I don't think that half of the things that people consider to be bad is bad. I just think that it's, people, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, being controlling or something. I don't know. Okay. But the answer is yes, you can reverse hoodoo. Okay. But I think that you have to know how to do it. Okay. You have to know how to do it. Okay. All right. I hope this helps some of y'all. I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Blessings. Bye.